caught in the crossfire. Pakistan draws a red line over embassy strikes. Pakistan is no Qatar. We will beat hell out of them. The warning that shook the Middle East.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to our YouTube channel, Maz Reporter. What happens when diplomacy and war collide? At the exact same moment, a secret peace effort, a near assassination plot, and explosions just meters away from an embassy. This is the story of how Pakistan found itself caught between Iran, Israel, and the United States, and why one warning shook the entire region. Pakistan is no Qatar.
The secret talks. Let's start with what most people didn't see. Behind the scenes, the United States and Iran were quietly talking. Not publicly, not on camera. These were secret talks, also known as back-channel diplomacy. Since the two countries don't have strong direct relations, they needed someone to pass messages between them. That's where Pakistan stepped in. Pakistan became the middleman, carrying messages, trying to reduce tensions especially over Iran's nuclear program and ongoing conflicts. Everything was fragile, but it was working.
The shocking discovery. Then something alarming happened. Pakistani intelligence discovered that Israel is going to kill key Iranian leaders in possible military strikes. Two names which stood out were Abbas Araki, Mohammed Baker Kalibaf. These weren't just random officials. They were the same people involved in the secret talks. Now think about that. If they were killed, the talks would collapse instantly. No communication, no diplomacy, only escalation.
Trump steps in. Pakistan quickly passed this information to Washington, and this is where Donald Trump stepped in. Reports suggest he directly urged Israel to remove these officials from the target list. The logic was simple. You cannot negotiate with someone if they are no longer alive. This move worked at least temporarily. The two Iranian officials were removed from immediate danger, and for a moment, the diplomatic channel stayed alive.
War doesn't stop, but here's the problem. While diplomacy was happening quietly, war was happening loudly. The Israeli intelligence agency, Mossad, focuses on dismantling Iranian influence and nuclear infrastructure, whereas Pakistan's intelligence agency, ISI, has been accused of facilitating Iranians in these desperate times. While the underlying state is a permanent cold rivalry, the 2026 crisis has pushed it into a direct strategic confrontation. While all these proxies and direct strategic confrontations were happening in the background, a series of Israeli airstrikes targeting Iranian military sites had already been underway. These Israeli strikes were meant to weaken Iran's capabilities, especially missiles and strategic systems. Then came March 26, 2026, and everything almost went wrong.
Pakistan Embassy close call. Explosions hit the Pastaran district in Tehran. This is a sensitive area filled with military facilities, but it's also where Pakistan's embassy is located. The target? An Iranian military base, situated directly across from the embassy. The blasts were powerful. Buildings shook. Windows rattled. Panic spread inside. Pakistan's diplomats were just meters away. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the message was clear. Diplomacy was now sitting in the middle of a war zone.
Coincidence or just a signal? This raised a big question. Was this just a coincidence or something more? Some experts say it was a legitimate strike in a military zone. Others believe the timing was too perfect to ignore. Just hours after Pakistan helped protect Iranian officials, bombs landed right next to its embassy. No official confirmation exists, but the suspicion remains.
Pakistan's warning. Pakistan's response was immediate and strong. A statement made headlines across the region. Pakistan is no Qatar. We will beat hell out of them if any harm occurs to our diplomats. This was not typical diplomatic language. It was a clear red line. Pakistan was saying, we will mediate, but if there is any oversmartness by Israel, then there will be befitting response that Israel can't even imagine in their dreams.
A dangerous balance. Here's the reality. Pakistan is walking a tightrope, maintaining ties with the United States, mediating with Iran, watching Israel's lawless military actions. Still, Pakistan is trying its best to stay neutral, but neutrality in a conflict like this is extremely difficult. One mistake, one miscalculation, could drag more countries into the conflict.
The bigger picture. This situation shows something important about globalization. That prompt action into the desperate matter can immediately resolve the issue in today's world, as everyone is connected together as compared to in any other century. It might anger the oppressor and bring extra baggage onto the peacemakers, but achieving global peace remains the main objective for the superpowers, as with great power comes great responsibility. So where does this leave us? Secret talks are still ongoing. Military strikes are continuing. Trust between nations is fragile. Pakistan remains in the middle, trying to keep communication alive while protecting its own people. This incident is a reminder. Peace efforts are fragile. Conflicts can escalate quickly, and sometimes diplomacy itself becomes a target.
The questions now are, will dialogue win, or will escalation take over? Did superpowers act accordingly in this war? Do intelligence agencies working around the world help bring peace, or is it the other way around? Because right now, the line between diplomacy and danger has never been thinner. What do you think? Drop your thoughts below. Stay informed, stay safe. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe to our channel, Maz Reporter. Thanks for watching. Peace.